one's pretty straightforward too. Oh,
Well, yeah, you're good.
Yeah, all right. I get it written down.
okay. And the second one that I have is located at 148 Gallup Road, parcel ID 0US05003.D. The current assessment on the parcel is $276,500. The issue here is that the double wide mobile home, it was technically the second dwelling on the property, was sold in the winter of, you have to excuse my typo in here. It was the winter of 2021, I believe. Dave can probably correct me on that one. It was either January, maybe, or February of 2022. It was certainly prior to April 1st on this one. So the Gallup sold this mobile home to Cotnoir. So it's Richard and Rochelle Cotnoir. And basically what I'm asking you here is it's kind of twofold. We want to reduce the Gallup assessment by the total of the double wide mobile home. And we want to create a new parcel here. So what I'm proposing to you is that we reduce the Gallup parcel from $276,500 down to $200,900 on the basis that that bill of sale was certainly reached the town level prior to April 1st, 2022. Because the double wide though remained on the property until roughly May of 2022, our assessment date is April 1st of any given year. What I'm thinking here is to try to avoid a Board of Abatement hearing being scheduled, that the double wide is now moved out of town, that we render an assessment to Rochelle and Richard Cotnoir at 1/12 of the assessed value of that double wide. So roughly that would be an assessment for 1 month of it being there. So we reduce the Gallup assessment by that double wide value, and we make a new parcel, the Cotnoir parcel. It would be 0US05003.MHU, standing for mobile home unlanded. And we would render an assessment on that at $6,300. So $6,300 is what I'm asking. Certainly in both of these instances, all property owners involved here have to get change of appraisal notices. We do have to technically reopen the grievance process for them. And we can certainly do that tomorrow. Kate's back in the office tomorrow, so we can facilitate all of the letters and the revised bills certainly going out tomorrow. I know I threw a lot at you there, so if you have any questions, please feel free.
Matt, you had mentioned 112 as a number that you were going to either credit
Yeah, so that's
or charge the Cotnoirs. Where did you come up with that number?
I took the assessment on just the double wide alone, so it was like $75,000 in change, and I roughly took 1/12 of that figure.
But where did you come up with the 112? It's 70 days.
12 months in a year. The double wide mobile home was roughly there for 1 month after the assessment date. So the assessment date being April 1st of 2022. If the double wide was there, and again, and correct me if I'm wrong, but to our knowledge, it was there until May of 2022.
So that shouldn't impact me how long it was there. So I sold the property January 20th, and to April 1st, that's 70 days, which comes up to 19.1% of a year. So why am I paying on that? Why am I paying? Why am I getting credited 112 instead of 19%?
You're not being that the 1/12 doesn't play into your parcel at all. You're being reduced by the entire value of the double wide. So we're removing the 75,000, the total that the double wide was assessed at on its own. I'm proposing we remove that entire assessed portion off of your assessment.
Okay.
and then
All right.
this is being charged to them.
The 1/12 only affects the Cotnoir parcel there. Is just, I'm thinking as a way to try to prevent Cotnoirs from coming back to Deb and saying, okay, it was only there for roughly a month or so. If that's what we render the assessment to be, potentially they just pay on that, and it's fairly accurate for the time that the mobile home was there. You pay a bill that is roughly about the entire year, but it's only at 1/12 of the value.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, hey, Matt, Dave Barlow with a question on that. So the cotton wires moved it after April 1st to, I think, Irisburg. So they're not going to get a bill from the town of Irisburg for 2022 tax year, correct?
I wouldn't think so. I mean, that you'd have to ask them that question, but more than likely not.
Yeah, I don't see how they would because it was after April 1st. So I guess I'm scratching my head on why we would value that at anything less than full value. We're collecting education tax only, so they're gonna pay, they should pay their education tax, whether it's
Here or there.
here or there, it shouldn't really matter. I would think for 22, we would value them full value. If we had processed this in full admission, it was the clerk's treasurer office that hosed this up from the get-go. But if we processed that right back before April 1st, you would have created a mobile home parcel for them at full value. Would that be an accurate statement?
More than likely I would, yep.
Yeah, so I guess I'm unsure why the 1/12 approach now. I understand your explanation about the VCA, but I think that's a kind of a known risk. But they really wouldn't have a complaint because we're only collecting education tax, not municipal tax.
Okay, I'll just say this. This is certainly what I've prepared tonight. So if you choose to not accept this tonight, I can certainly come back to you next month is the best I can do for you here. But this is the presentation tonight. So if you accept it, then great. If you don't, we can come back to the drawing table on it.
I'll wait.
Yeah, I'm not picking at it from a.
Right.
I think in the overall scheme of things, it doesn't have. It's a very minute point, just.
Okay,
So we need to do.
We need some motion, we need some motion.
We need to, either way, these need to be separated, in my
Yeah,
opinion,
gonna be-
because
it's
you
gonna
gotta,
be-
you gotta probably abstain from the other one anyways, right?
Yeah,
So I'm gonna make a motion to accept the errors and mission request for the Kellogg property on 221 Nettle Park Road.
so move. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye. That was on the Kellogg one?
Yep.
Oh, second, Scott. Miss. Okay,
And then, I don't know what to do on the other one.
the other one, well, I
What's
guess,
your thought? Like,
well, I think we should do
Like,
the Gallup one, I think we can do, we just can't do, well.
so it's one of the same.
It's tied together.
Yep. Are they tied together? Can we do just the Gallup
Park,
part and then do the Cottonmore later?
I technically separated them, so they affect two different parcels. So you could accept one and not the other.
Not the other? Okay. I'll make a motion to accept the errors and mission request for the Gallup parcel, reducing from $276,500 down to $200,900.
so move. Second, all those in favor?
I, David abstained.
Yeah, 2-0. DG abstains.
And then
You'll get back to us next month.
we need to say we table that one. Is that what we need to do?
You can, or you can do it.
Whatever you want.
What do you,
If you want Matt to come back next month with something different. then-
What's the difference in dollar amount?
what, yeah, I was
Or
gonna,
you
what's,
just-
David, Barlow, how much is the difference? 1/12 versus a full boat is probably quite a bit of difference.
that's all education, so. It's one of these things like everything else. And again, it's gonna be okay, if Irisburg ends up doing the same thing,
Well, Irisburg, since they weren't there 1 April.
they aren't gonna hit it until the next
I don't see how they could be on their grand list.
Yeah.
But Matt, correct me if I'm wrong. I just don't see how they would be on.
They could do it, they could do an air emissions though too, couldn't they?
No, I don't think so.
It wasn't, the double wide wasn't in Irisburg on April 1st. So, I mean, again, we're assuming that they didn't do anything. They shouldn't have done anything certainly with it. I wouldn't expect that they did certainly over there.
I guess where I was going is if they would do the same thing as we're doing. If they could potentially do the same thing that we're doing in the errors emissions report, adding it in for the 11 months. Not that they probably will, but they could do that, right?
Yeah, the state would still say though that the building, because it wasn't there on April 1st, it's like a lot of times, even if somebody has a building permit, like I know you guys don't have building permits in Coventry, but somebody has a building permit for a new dwelling. If that building hasn't been started construction until, let's say, April 14th, and an appraisal date is April 1st, then it's almost like they're taxed on just vacant land for that 1 year. It's like a building didn't even exist. So I wouldn't think Irisburg would really have grounds to create an assessment on a dwelling for 2022. It'd go into their roles for next year.
I guess I see Dave's point.
It's about a $975 difference in taxes, roughly. So, and it depends, I'm assuming they would claim it as a homestead. Hard to say. Our homestead rate and non-homestead rate this year are very close anyway, so. You know, instead of around $1,100, is full blast tax. Would be the full tax bill.
Yeah.
You know, 1/12 of that is.
Yeah.
Just under 100.
This was honestly just a mechanism I tried to use to avoid Deb having to convene her entire board of abatement by doing it this way. I made a decision as the assessor. I thought that this was about the most fair way to not complicate the situation any further. But if you choose to table it or to deny it for tonight, then certainly that's your will.
Yeah, and I don't mean to hold up the words on that. It's the amount of money involved from a state education tax perspective.
I guess that's where, is
I think the
it,
cost
is
of
it
appeal-
worth?
I don't think it's worth it because they're gonna appeal it and to get the payment from them when they have nothing to gain or lose too would be, we've had
I mean, I understand that perspective. But
from the experience of getting paid from.
it's
we
fair
get the-
enough at this point. It's taken a long time.
So why don't we,
Go ahead.
I make a motion that we accept the reassessment on the Cottonor PDI OUS 05003 MHU 148 Gallup Road to change and to pay 1/12 the assessed value.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Does he have to be abstained from that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. So just so I have it clear, we're all set on all three of them?
Yeah, we're all set, Matt. Thank you.
All right. Hey, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yep, have a good night.
You too. Thanks.
Okay, next up, we have an ARPA funds update. We had a meeting last Friday, myself, Dave Barlow, Praneet, and Christina Fletcher, the members of the committee. We came to a conclusion on one of them, the water meters proposal from the Coventry Fire District. The committee voted unanimously to accept their proposal for $31,158.41 to install meters in 55 locations within the fire district. This is going to help them with their billing and what people are using for water. It's going to streamline everything for them, make it much more efficient. So in a minute, I'll ask you guys to approve that, make a motion to approve that. And then we started looking at the plow truck. We hadn't had enough time to go over everything on that, but that's the next thing that we'll be working on. We got another meeting coming up in another week. And we're looking at get a plow truck for the town.
So we didn't,
So what's the amount? 31,000?
$158.41.
so my bad, I didn't even notice you didn't have bids for the trucks on the.
We had, we just didn't, we got on that, you know, we just didn't have enough time to.
For the agenda.
Right.
And the reason, we're probably gonna have to talk about it tonight is we only have the one bid and it's either tonight pull the trigger on that truck or don't. Whether it comes through ARPA or through the equipment reserve funds.
Well, we kind of talked about doing maybe like a 50-50 split with ARPA and the reserve fund.
Yeah, so your capital equipment reserve fund right now is just over 200K. I mean, just over like $201, $200,000, something like that.
Should we have the truck
Small
on there?
change, and I think that truck was.
240, 200, yeah, after trade.
190,
But
Yeah.
the,
with the trade-in.
what was rated, but the town voted last town meeting to put 100,000 in that capital equipment fund. So in effect, voting towards that purchase or your guys' decision about how to spend it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't want to run that thing down to zero.
That's the capital reserve.
On the other
fund.
hand,
Is that
right,
what you said?
Yeah.
from an ARPA fund perspective, take 200 out of that, and that's a good
Chunk of that.
good chunk of that, but 100 out of it. You might make more sense. So you've got both the political side of the,
So maybe do 100 opera fund and 90 out of the reserve equipment fund.
That's what we were thinking.
Does that make sense to you?
But that hasn't
Or
gone
no.
through.
The
that.
issue of where,
That hasn't gone through our.
yeah,
So, okay,
it's
question.
not, it's not completely.
Right.
that's not the issue I'm faced with tonight, is where the funds come from. It can either come from either one. of
Right, you
those.
just need a decision, right?
All it really needs is a decision. I wish, you don't have any of those emails I sent, Matt, printed off?
I have all of them, I don't print them all. All right, oh yeah, I've got.
So let's work on this first and then.
Yep.
On which one?
So let's do the,
Yeah, we need a
Let's do the
motion
meters.
on the fire district.
So
I'm,
what's this one? That there, is that what?
That's
it is?
part, this is part of
Is
this.
part of it?
Yeah, this is, that's the total.
Oh, right there, okay, that's all I was
so
trying
we
Yeah,
can
that's the
prove
total.
it, like, it doesn't matter where it's paid for. we can prove it and figure that out.
Yeah.
If that's what you guys want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they only have the one and it's gonna be gone. Because there's
It's-
not like 10 on the lot.
Please take it, or the next town's taking it.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a motion to, how do we need to word this?
You're gonna approve obligating 330, whatever that number is,
Yeah.
of ARPA funds to the Coventry Fire District.
I'm gonna make a motion.
Just to reassure you of your question, I know it's burning, which is we're not writing a check for that much money to give to the fire district.
It's
We're gonna
reimbursement.
reimburse, as they
It's
give us
reimbursement.
invoices.
Well,
we're
they
gonna
present
reimburse.
invoices.
Yeah,
Okay,
they give us invoices, we'll pay the invoices.
Okay.
But we're gonna obligate the money.
Up to that amount.
Yeah,
I make a motion
Well,
to.
wait 1 second. Should we give an extra, a little bit
Yeah,
for
round it.
10%,
Yes.
rounded
Round it
up
up to- round it up to
$5,000?
35.
So are they going to purchase all the meters at one shot right now? after
For the
this
extra
attack?
thing that gets broken
Yes.
and.
Okay, because that's gonna be the biggest thing that's gonna be additional cost.
right.
Yeah,
Is if they
Yeah,
don't
so
get them
I was
all
thinking,
right
yeah,
now.
round it up to 35,000.
Okay, I make a motion to accept the ARPA proposal request from the Coventry Fire District for in the meter installation costs of up to $35,000 with a quoted of $31,158.41.
so move.
Add to, as in a reimbursement,
Right, yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
All those in favor?
aye,
Okay,
that's gonna be other business.
So the second ARPA funds request, yeah, you have to run it through the board,
That has to go through.
right, we didn't
go through the committee.
Well, no, it
No, we
doesn't,
can-
it doesn't, listen, you guys make this, I mean,
Yeah.
it's nice for it to go through the committee, but if this is something that we need,
So-
it has to be a decision tonight. You guys. make the
My
final
feeling is
decision
it
on
should go
that.
through the committee. We made the committee to dole out and give us what they feel we should use the money for, and
I don't agree with that. The committee was to give us ideas, and I appreciate their work and effort, but it's our decision to make.
It is our decision to make, but we get, it's us micromanaging is where I'm coming from.
So where are we at right now?
So you have a,
So-
how much is it?
So what's the truck? Let's talk about the truck first, leave where the funds are coming out of it right now.
So do you want to go to other bit, you want to have other business for that or no?
You know, it can be under the opera funds.
Okay,
Well, yeah, we were gonna use some ARPA funds. You can
Right.
talk about it right now.
We could approve the purchase truck and figure out which funds are coming from where later.
Certainly can.
you guys have looked at the quotes.
I haven't seen anything.
I have, Dave.
I have.
And basically, it's the only bid I got again. Contacted Sandy from Western Star yesterday, he said he'd have a bid up here, I checked my emails at 4:30 and there was nothing there.
I haven't seen anything.
And the way the world is now, it's take this one or wait till production starts again in the spring, which would put you through next winter. Allegiance, which was used to be Clark, would allow us to have the truck built, use our truck through the winter and then do the trade. You know, so we wouldn't be slopping up the truck this year. We would wait till spring anyway. I guess that's about all I have to present on it.
So basically the truck's sitting there, we would buy the truck and then we'd get it ready and it'd probably take delivery of it sometime in February, March.
Hopefully March, you know, if everything goes well, we don't have to have a
So what's the cost? I haven't seen the quote.
used price. It was like 240 or
That's the
What'd
expensive.
It
you
was
end up?
190,000 with our 40,000 trade in. We're gonna get 40,000 for our old one.
Was this at the last meeting that I missed?
It was not, no.
Mm,
The truck thing just sort of came in this week.
I came and paid my taxes and I got an update on the truck.
Yeah,
Jay, say that again, the numbers.
it's 190,000 total.
What are we getting on trade on the other one?
We're getting 40,000 for our old one. So I mean.
So that 190 is off of that, is with that trade.
That's with the
Correct.
trade, so it's 230 something originally, and then we're getting 40 grand
This is
for
done
our
truck.
old plow truck.
My feeling is we shouldn't use ARPA funding for this. We have a capital budget for it. But
So we're not really at that stage anyway, so we're gonna make a decision on whether to buy the truck or not.
Yeah.
Right,
So I'm gonna make a motion that the town purchases the truck and we're gonna figure out if opera funds are gonna be used or if it's gonna come from the reserve funds.
I'll second that with discussion.
Phil, second. Go ahead and discuss.
David, Barlow, where? So
If
we
ARPA
don't,
didn't
if
pay
we don't,
any
if we don't use the ARPA money, we didn't have the ARPA money. We've got the capital reserve. Was there more, another 100 going into that? And it was 300
No, you're at 200.
with that 100 that was voted on.
Right, so you started.
Where is there anywhere else that?
Money you could pull from somewhere else.
Yes.
ARPA funds. The, you know, you have enough there to cover it, it sounds like. You'd be down to about 6,000. So if you're not
How much is in the,
It would deplete
how much is
that.
in, well, how much is in the capital reserve right now?
about 200.
200.
So
Oh,
we
I
have
thought it was- I
enough.
thought it was
So-
240.
So we have enough regardless, either way.
And that's usually, that's one of those things that we throw in come town meeting day.
Oh, yeah,
After-
yeah, you definitely, yeah, you.
It's
I mean,
gonna
we're
get-
probably not gonna have to write a check for this. truck
Until after
we
town
deliver.
meeting day.
Replenish.
You're gonna give them a deposit, but we're not paying for the whole
I'm
thing.
not sure how that would work,
I
at
mean,
least until it's built, I would think.
right, you probably would have to probably give them half or 50,000.
Dan did mention that one way that I can't give you an answer on that.
Okay,
Okay, that we can discuss later, so,
all those in favor?
I,
Aye.
Okay. On the truck. All right, next up, quick update on 150 Main Street. Just if anybody has any ideas about what they want to do, if they want to create a new entrance, a new ramp, anything like that, just
It worked well for parking this weekend.
think of some, if anybody.
No,
can
it's
think of any
nice.
Ideas of what we'd like to do, if we, want to see a ramp coming in from that side.
I mean, I honestly think like we should come out 10 or 12 feet from the building and put a 3-foot retaining wall and drop it down. We'll get a whole row of parking. We'll gain another whole row of parking there. And you probably will have 3 rows of parking, one in the middle, one.
How many feet did you say you wanted to come out?
Well, I guess we could tape it. We should.
We were able to get. We were able to get 3 rows in there this weekend, and you were parked on the grass. I don't know if you came that you saw. Did you see it?
How
It
far?
was just getting to that 3rd row was how it worked. But yeah, I think doing that.
I think if we could cut back, we still want to have a nice lawn there, but I think we could gain, I don't think you need more than 8 or 10 feet of lawn.
So aesthetically, I always trust you, but I'm having a hard time picturing what you're saying. So if we get a drawing, we don't have to make a
Yeah,
decision on it.
So,
tonight
well,
anyway.
basically, right here is the building. And right here is our walkway right now, and then this is the parking lot right here. Well, right now, this lawn is coming way out like this. If we put a 3-foot wall, we'll gain probably 10 feet.
Oh, and have parking go toward the
Right,
wall.
you're gonna stop a foot from the wall. You're gonna park right up against the, kind of like the Rushy's little wall he has that's
Yeah.
stamped like
Yeah.
that along the side. It
I
looks
like
nice.
that one. I was looking at that. There's different colors. I like the stand.
You could just set it,
Easy.
set it and then tar right to it.
So those are things we can do down the road.
Mm-hmm.
So also, winter's coming. I don't know if anybody's ever been in the village on Tuesdays, but it's a zoo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't see why our employees can't park in the parking lot year round, actually on Tuesdays. And then when we have snow days, it'd be handy to keep everything out of here. Where we can at least plow the street because it's pretty narrow. We're in the middle of the day here.
You can get that with the ton truck. The parking lot.
We should be able to have it all done by 8.
That can be arranged.
Because John's already pawned off the shovel.
What time is Matt gonna start plowing?
Oh, that's what I was just gonna say. John was pretty excited. We hired Matt, so good, he can.
I'm gonna plow
shovel.
from 4:30 to 6.
Oh, shoveling wasn't a job. that you were
Yeah.
doing, it?
I need to get some exercise. Okay, very good. Next up is budgets and appropriations. Just a reminder, get me your budgets. I'm starting to work on the town report and I need your budgets. Next up, we have appropriations and we got kind of a weird one here. This one's not gonna go in the town report because they want us to, they gave us 3 different choices for the amount to spend. So you guys are gonna have to decide how much you want to give Wednesdays on the waterfront. There's 3 different
So
monetary things you can give them. You're gonna decide, you guys are gonna decide.
So this can go in the town report. We decide on which one.
You decide on the amount and then I'm gonna stick it in the report. Yeah.
So Wednesday has a waterfront 1,500, presenting business name and, so they got 3 tiers is what it is.
Yeah.
Presenting business name and logo on banner displayed at each concert, business name displayed on banner that is hung every week. Mention in press releases, public service announcements and electronic sites, mention of business at each concert and in printed materials given out at each event. $1,000 one takes off the mention of the business at the concerts. So it's business name on banner hangs every week. Press releases and electronic sites and at each concert and in printed materials given out. Okay, there we go. $500 is business name displayed on banner that hangs every week and mention of business at each concert and material for each event. I don't think we need the 1,500. Primarily because we're
I
not
think
a
middle of the road,
business.
too.
I think middle of the road, yeah.
I'm good either way. 500 with that one.
I'm good either way too.
I'll make a motion to put an appropriation in for the town meeting for the annual Wednesdays on the waterfront in Newport sponsor at $1,000 a year.
Great, thanks, Bill.
So move. All those in favor?
Alright.
Aye.
Great. Okay, with that in report, next up, we have other business. Just before we get to Cook Road, I got a couple quick ones here. Monahan's rates are going up. If you want to know anything about that, and then Dave, I've got a diesel tax exemption certificate here. If you want that renewed, let me know.
I think Deb handles that for me.
Well, she gave it to me,
Oh,
so.
did she?
Yes, I handle it now.
Where's the rate before?
I don't know.
He was 175, wasn't it, David?
Monahan was at 175 an hour before.
Now what?
250,
250?
225.
225.
It's good money.
Yeah, if you're a lawyer.
I'm gonna send you a letter, Kristen.
Better than others.
$5 an hour.
I don't think.
There's nothing we can do about
It's
it.
the average rate though. I don't
Yeah,
think it's that.
It's not.
It's not appraisal money, but it's all right.
We're not gonna do anything unless you wanna change, unless you wanna. I like.
No.
Because it's not really,
No,
we've
nothing's
got a
happening.
contract with them, but
Right, nothing, unless you want me to kick him to the curb, then we're not doing anything.
Well, we've already made a decision.
Good.
Through the year.
the contract. Yeah.
Okay,
Do we need to do it?
now we got the folks from Cook Road.
Do we need to, we don't need to vote on the tax.
No.
Right? No, okay. You want me to just start to go? Okay.
Go ahead.
So this came up and I still haven't moved on it as the address coordinator. There's the road that goes off of Webster Road that a lot of people know of being Cook's Road, primarily because it's a town highway. And we don't have it listed as any, I know you, there's no proof of it being named Cook's Road, and it's Cook's Road on the Harrisburg end. So as the coordinator and the state told me, you really, especially when it does not go through, except for four-wheeler access, what I want to do is name that road. I was gonna look up how many are, it's only,
There's 5 of us on
there's
that.
5 of us, but only how many are here? Just you guys, 2? What I usually do is I send a letter out to landowners, which I've got to do to get suggestions, explain what's happening, get suggestions. There's 5 on that. Because there's 5 on that road, it's not technically, it's not a driveway and it's a town highway already.
They threw it up.
It shouldn't be Webster Road. They're all Webster Road.
It's a class 4.
It's a class
It's
4
a
road.
class 4 road. There's 5 people up there.
Yeah.
Town of Coventry, we pay taxes, should start taking care of that road. We, us taxpayers, should be throwing money into that road.
How does class 4 roads work?
Ditches and culverts is what towns maintain on class 4 road.
Well, you did the culvert down there for the side-by-sides snowmobiles. You also did the,
I did a culvert up further toward, right at the beginning of the road 2 years ago too.
But that's so, the culvert's so small,
yeah,
that the water, there's so
Where's
much
this?
water on the side,
Where's this down the other end?
down towards Bowens.
where the mailbox is at.
It hasn't been brought to my attention. I haven't noticed it being too small.
Well,
It's an 18-inch culvert.
no, it's not an 18-inch
It's
culvert.
a 10-inch, it looks like a 10-inch.
Town doesn't put in 10-inch culverts.
It's small.
No.
And, no, we are taxpayers.
Yep.
And, you know, there's 5 of us up there, John, and me, and Ernie, Bowens, both Bowens, junior and senior, on that road. I think the town should start taking care of it. All we asked, put some gravel in. Maybe bring your grader up. Hey, you do it for Don Cutnor. And he's class 4. And at the end of that road, Dave, you dump some rock for the side by sides.
Correct.
Yes,
Here, come here a minute.
You don't have to get upset or yell, but yeah.
no,
No, you can come up here and he wants to show you.
and I don't get nothing. I've asked you twice to come up.
Because your road meets a road, class 4 standard.
Class 4?
Yeah,
Okay, what does it need to change to be not class 4? I'm supposed to tolerate these side by sides tearing up what I put in 5 loads of gravel when I moved up there. It's gone. Joey, John's son and John and Chris will say, I put 5 loads of gravel in there. It's gone. But I have to allow side by sides and snowmobiles come through my, oh, well, no, not my road. It's Coventry Road, but you guys threw it up. You don't want to maintain it, but I'm supposed to allow.
we didn't throw it up. It's been thrown up 10 years before we ever, 20
Well,
years before we
now
ever.
We'll
got
take
here.
it up. All we ask, maintain it. We
So
plow
you
it.
see this?
Yeah,
This is a picture of Cottonwood Road. Can you see that over there?
At the top.
no, that's not Cutnor Road.
Yes, it is.
It's not out here on the tar road.
You have to calm down, Dory.
No,
This is the dip.
I pay taxes. That was for ATVs.
Do
ATVs.
you see?
You dumped.
Would you let me
Doreen,
see?
please,
Doreen, hang on.
please.
Can I see
No.
We're gonna have a civil
Can I see it?
conversation. I know you're upset, but we don't have
Can
to
I-
yell.
I pay my goddamn taxes every year
Doreen,
on time.
Doreen, hang on.
All right.
Can I see it, please?
So when you see that, that's the dip.
Yeah, I see it.
Up
I know.
past Cottonors.
No,
Past Cottonwood's down. in the
No.
dip.
Hang
Coming on
hang-
Airport
hang-
Road.
Hang on a second.
Yes.
yes,
Doreen,
and you
Doreen,
jump rock
Doreen,
there.
hang on a second. And you hang on a second. That is past Cottonor's house.
Yes, it is.
Past the drivable road, which is, we're gonna keep what I'm trying to get past it, but up to Cottonor's house, is that class 3 or class 4?
That's class 4.
Class 3, 2 Cottonwoods.
2 Cottonors passes class 4.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
gets it
So,
plowed.
well, so
He
hang on,
gets it
yes, Doreen,
graded.
hang-
He
Doreen,
gets, if
Doreen, Doreen,
needs a
hang on.
culvert,
hang on a second.
he gets it.
Doreen, hang on a second, okay? Up to Cottonors is a class 3 road, which gets that. It is. Then hang on a second.
Why is it class 3?
That's
One
beyond
half.
me.
Yeah, I want to know what's the difference
What's the
between
difference
3
between
and
class
4,
3?
Dave.
Well, 3 is a maintained road.
Yeah,
4 isn't.
one person,
What-
one person.
What will change?
We have 5 people. Bowen, Ernie, me, now my brother, and John. What?
You have that statute.
Come on.
Class 4 roads, right?
Come on. I work my ass off.
I understand.
I love where I live.
I understand. that, Dory.
This town of Coventry's gotta start with, oh, you tarred this freaking road.
Yeah.
For what?
That's a decision.
MBI trucks, now, they don't wanna go up there because it's too high. Oh, I know. I checked it out. I'm not stupid, Dave.
I'm not saying you're stupid.
That's why MBI trucks don't go up there, but you guys saved it. Oh, maybe save them some time going up the hill.
We paved it because it's a class 2 roadway.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay.
It is class 2.
What the hell is Webster Road? Is that class 2? Start paving it. We
That's
pay
class
taxes.
3.
Oh, that's class 3. Airport Road.
Class 2.
Okay, start paving it. Where in the fuck is my money going?
To the school.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
That is it.
Yeah.
That's it.
And there's the- so
100% of your
all the
money is
roads,
school.
all the road budget, municipal budget is paid for by the tipping.
I
fees
don't
we
have
just
no
sell.
kids in school anymore.
Me neither.
Me neither.
Exactly.
But all I ask is if you told me twice, you would come up and check out my road. Oh, Ernie's is prime because he got gravel from the Bass. I call the Bass. What's his name up at
Scott.
Scott? Oh, no. He wouldn't give me any. He gave Ernie. So, oh, that's fine and dandy. But I'm supposed to allow these ATVs to keep going. Snowmobiles are not bad in the winter. They help keep it smooth. But ATVs, they tore up my friggin' road. And Ernie's worried about his damn little culvert.
Which call?
That's the one just before Bowen's. It looks like a PVC pipe through.
It is.
It's nothing town. Town wouldn't put in the PVC. The only culvert, I replaced the culvert 2 years ago, I believe, up there, and it was 18 inch. I'm required by state.
Yeah, down past John's.
Then why don't you
no.
come up and look at it?
I know the culvert that we just talked about.
Well, that is that the one that's on the other side. I'm talking about.
Yeah, past
Down-
John's.
Down in the hole.
Yeah, and you put gravel
Yeah.
and everything for the ATVs.
Actually.
Yes, there was ledge. I know. I go back and forth to work there. I drive a tractor up and down when I want to use company's tractor. I bet, and you fix that bad
How
ledge.
is it down there?
Fine. What about my road? What about my
Up
road?
past Ernie's is like
He's
Cottoners.
been up there.
Up past Ernie's is like up past Cottoners. It's
So what I wanted to show you is.
I know what you're showing me.
So see how you're upset. So is that, see how that is?
It's just for ATVs, not for a car or
So
truck.
that
Fuck the ATVs.
Doreen, just
So, under state law, under our multi-sector general permit, I have to take care of that. See that rut?
ATVs can go through it, four wheels can go through it.
Doesn't matter if they can go through it. I'm required to take care of that under our multi-sector general permit.
That's considered class 4 right there.
It
that's what
is.
he's saying.
Yeah, okay, what about mine?
Yours is
My-
class 4.
In the spring, I'm worse.
Because, no.
I have to go around.
because-
There is a section from Ernie's to my driveway where I sink. Four-wheel drive trucks sink. I have to come after Ernie's. I have cut branches out so I can cut across my property so my car doesn't get damaged. I don't have money to throw into my car or a truck, you know. I plow all we ask, maintain it. Throw some gravel in it, put some culverts in it. That's what we're asking. And you can't afford it? Oh my God, look at all the fucking money you're throwing away.
It's not a matter of.
Oh my God, come on, people. Come on.
Another issue there, what day was it? It was on a Wednesday. I got out of work. I got tagged in that corner.
Yeah, by where the trailer and then the double wide is, where they have that funny stagecoach thing in the field. That corner, that sharp corner.
Oh, on
You
West
see
Corner.
somebody went off, well, that was one of Lawson's, because they fly through there, there's not enough room for us to go through.
And Wednesday, this truck was saying ice was eating half the road where I almost went into that, wherever that person went into. I got a picture of it, show you where the person went in. You
Yeah,
probably been up through.
I saw the track.
Okay, that there needs more dirt or something, because that's dangerous. No.
It's narrow.
Yes, it's very narrow, especially when,
So-
you know how Lawson's strike.
Actually, you're gonna disagree with me because you're upset. I'm
See, I'm
always,
right, Dave, I
I'm
am.
always impressed with Lawson boys. They do.
They, yes. But you know what? Lawson's the one that went right down after Dan, Webster. His cabin up there, right after his road, they ended up in there.
What if somebody gets killed there? Is that gonna be your responsibility?
No, it's a narrow road. That's just the way it is.
So-
You're supposed to go slow. Well, we do. But when you got farmers,
And even that, the guy, I don't even know if he was a farmer, but he had his mirrors extended, and when he came by, and my old days, I would beat the motherfucker up, excuse my language. But I kept a cool mind, because I stayed right tight to that edge of going over, proved that I didn't eat up half the road where he came around that corner and ate up that corner. So is there a way to put another sign, put a sign up there? Cause that's a 35-mile road, but you can put a 20 or something.
It doesn't matter,
It doesn't
even on my
matter.
goddamn road. Do you think side by sides go, 10? Cautious, cautious, there's people here, animals.
All right,
Phew.
So. Is there anything against putting gravel up there and fixing that up?
well, I think we should work on your policies if you're gonna start doing that. You're gonna create a situation. So you're talking,
So-
Joey and I
Hang
said,
on.
we would plow it. I don't give a damn about Ernie. Ernie
I
can,
don't, it
you know,
doesn't,
we can plow
doesn't
it.
matter
Hang on.
who I like or.
It has to be the
don't
same
like.
for everybody.
So-
Well, I know,
I'm gonna
It's a
ask,
class 4 roadway. You made a conscious decision to move to a class 4 road. And
damn right
then-
I did,
All right,
but
but you can't,
No.
that doesn't give you a right to dictate to the other taxpayers in the town of Coventry.
that are
Oh.
on, that are on
on
class
who's
4
gonna
roads.
maintain that road. You made the decision to move there.
that's right. That's right, I decided to move there. But as John and Joey and Chris said, there are 5 people on that road now. You want us to have new address change and everything? No problem. Yeah, there's 3 of us have 634 Webster Road. Where's the animals gonna go?
Especially if you can't get up.
Yeah, if they can't get up there, Dave. What
How
do we
many, how
do?
many class 4 roads are there? I know there's Reservoir Road up or high.
You got Reservoir, you got that.
That has, okay, more than one person
Still a
on it
section of Reed Road. What else you got?
with houses on it.
I don't know.
Like, so all the other class 4s are not like this situation.
Similar, I mean, to a degree, not living houses here, no.
We got
So
5
that's-
living houses.
That's, I guess that's where I'm going was, okay, what if we change that to a class 3? Because, yeah, there are 5 full-time houses up there on a class 4 road that's not maintained. Or we give the road up and have them take care of it.
I wouldn't give a road up.
Yeah, give it up, because we'll block it in residents only. No snowmobiles, no side by sides.
Right.
So I'm just asking, like comparing our other class 4 roads, they're all camps.
For the most part. I'd say yes.
So how does a road get, where does the road classifications come from? How does it,
You have that policy.
Is it-
You have
is it
on your-
our policies or is it something that the state with so many, like I know with the addresses,
We will
once we
make
get
up-
above certain number of houses, we have to name the road.
That's right.
So is there a
No.
certain residential thing of you get above
You
a
have,
certain
you have
point?
to name a road after certain.
Yeah,
amount of
after
Yeah.
3 houses.
And they're
the state
making
tells
us
we
name
have-
the road.
Doreen, hang on. After 3 houses, the state is telling us to name it a road, no matter if it's private or not, or town, because you don't have enough numbering space, because you could have a house here and a house here and that driveway here and 5, you don't have enough numbering space in there to make it known what it is.
There's no statute that says we're gonna be mandated to take it over. And the amount-
Well, there's
the amount-
nothing,
the
there's
amount-
nothing there
the
that
amount of
says,
houses is not gonna play into your statute.
well, that's what I was asking, was
Look
if
at-
there's anything with
If you
it
look
of
at your
saying,
state statute, it'll clearly
Like
say.
a class
what
4 road, it's been a class 4
is.
road since the beginning of time.
Right.
Actually.
But at other towns,
yeah,
if
yeah,
there's more people on that road,
it's not
they
true.
turn it over to either a 3 or a 2.
Some-
yes, they
Some
do.
towns may,
Well, what about Coventry?
some towns may, some towns don't.
You
so
know,
I think it's, what we need to do is look at our policies, like you're saying.
But we haven't even
And-
created the policy.
No,
And you've got other people that are pressuring us too, so we're gonna have to make those decisions, you're gonna have to be clear in your policy. And you better, and like I said, when we brought that policy up, you better think through it. Make sure you know what you're getting.
what are you getting? You getting to take,
You're getting people that pay taxes.
yes,
it seemed like you don't care.
I do care.
No, you don't,
But
Dave.
The way
You blew
very-
us up.
The way you're acting.
He called you, you blew him up.
He's
I
never
called you,
me.
yes, he did.
Where'd he call me?
I called somebody. Which one did I call?
You never called the town garage.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
I called.
Did he call you?
I called you, Dave, at the
You
garage.
did call me at the garage.
You blew me up. And then you
Okay.
told me a while ago that you were gonna come up and look at my road. You blew me up. I'm not gonna tolerate that.
Okay.
I pay taxes in this town.
And so do I, Doreen.
Yeah.
And
Well, I know you do.
and
And
I-
you got a perfect road.
Yes, paid for every penny by Dave Gallo, every goddamn penny.
Well, my
We
place,
have 6 permitted lots on our road.
I know.
Permitted
Yes,
with septic systems
yes,
designed,
yes.
paid for, every
Yes. And
penny.
now how am I
Right
gonna
here.
get, talking about getting my sewer pumped out, my fuel
Okay.
delivered and stuff,
So-
when I got a fucking muddy hole? That needs a culvert.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, all right, Jerry, we've got,
there's two parts to this. No matter what happens with the classification and who's taking care of the road, I've still got to name the thing.
So why does it not have to be, why can't it be Cook Road? You have Airport Road. it
It's
goes
not
out-
named right now. And there's no place in the state, in our town records, even our town cheat sheet that has a town highway, there's no road name next to
If
it.
we have Airport Road.
We
it-
can't name it Cook Road
Why?
because it doesn't go through. So if we get a call to whatever Cook's Road,
911.
hang on, let me explain it. If we get a call to whatever Cook's Road or Irisburg, it's 2 different towns connected to the same road. There's confusion there. The state is cracking down on a lot of things, and that's one of them, is not having a identical road name that close together. Because when someone calls 911, it could get confused.
could it be northeast, southwest, Cook Road North?
I think we ought to just change the thing because it's town highway through, but there's no, it's not even a it's class 3 all the way through that you don't even maintain past that last house. There's no culverts or anything, and there's not even a road. So I've heard this happen on the scanner. We haven't had it happen with us, but I've heard it where Irisburg had it on Guyette Road. Yes, it's in their town, but they got called to Guyette Road, went to one end, and it doesn't go all the way through. They had to come back and go all the way back around.
It's just like the bomb squad, it came on our road.
Yes.
Yeah, and the thing with Google Maps, or if anybody maps anything, you send them right through Cook's Road. You can't get through there.
No,
So if you do 2 different roads and have it changed so it stops, the class 3 stops at the top of the last house, then you don't have that problem.
So isn't Irisburg class 4 all the way to?
No.
No.
They changed it. I think it changes to class 3 past that last house, kind of like Cotton's.
So it goes to the
So
last house. and then-
it is a class 3, Irisburg and Coventry all the way through,
So same,
but you can't get there. You can't get there.
so you
It's
have the same
grass.
classification,
Yep.
also the road.
Yep.
I guess.
It's, I think the town highway needs to be pulled back
but you
from
went up
the
there, you
property.
put a new culvert in for.
During,
No, I
during-
just, no,
just-
I don't understand
he's trying to understand the addressing side,
the
the naming
addressing
side,
part of it.
the naming side. So my opinion, being a first responder and the address coordinator, is we cut that class 3 at the top of the hill where the last house is, and there's no road past that point through Danny Webster's field, which there is no road through Danny Webster's field. Other than the ATV trail. Because right now it's a class 3 all the way through to Irisburg.
What is?
That Cook's
Cook's
Road,
Road.
from Webster Road all the way through to Cook's Road in Irisburg is a class 3 road all the way through.
You're saying our section of the road is a class 3?
Mhm.
Are you sure?
No, class 4, sorry. I'm saying class 3. I'm getting that.
So that's what
Just-
I'm-
It's just,
So
it's just,
that's what
it's,
I'm getting at.
it's a town highway. It's a town highway all the way through where there's no way to get through. That's where I'm going.
Well, Doreen, what we're gonna do is we're gonna review our statute on class 4 roads. You're welcome to, we can put it on our agenda to look at next meeting.
I gotta get a
Um,
letter out like a.
Phil will get the letter out, rename the road, and we'll review it. We'll have to talk about it and figure it out in a civil manner, and just
I just, I don't like getting blown up.
Well,
I-
Doreen, I do apologize. You left that message and you were kind of in the same kind of mood where you were saying that, well, if we gotta change the address,
Addresses, somebody
then I
should,
want you to upgrade the road. Well, it just doesn't work that way. I can't just make that decision based on a phone call from you.
well, I
And then
didn't
all of a
expect
sudden-
that.
And then all of a sudden go out and start maintaining a
But-
road.
You, road commissioner,
Yes,
is on the select board, and
yes.
that's quite funny. Because I feel like, we're getting blown off, and you pick your own little fields and your roads.
No, I don't believe that. I really don't, Doreen. I'm sorry you feel that way.
Because you told me twice that you were gonna come up and look at that road.
Yes,
Phil did,
you're correct.
when he came up and looked, for the addresses, he saw the road.
You're correct. I saw you at the mini mart one time and you mentioned it, and then you called. And when you called, you were in this kind of mood. And it was,
Because
We get pissed off when you don't.
because,
when somebody says something.
So
all right,
we do need to stop this
Yeah,
conversation. We need to
right.
move the
gone forever.
meeting.
Okay.
It'll go on, yeah.
So why
Forever.
don't,
With
when we
me.
get our policy updated, we invite you into the meeting?
When's that?
I'm not sure. Beach will
Next
say.
meeting will be.
We're gonna review it next meeting and,
21st,
We've done absolutely no work on it today.
November 21st.
and I mean,
But we have been
you can
talking
get a
about it.
policy off what a class or
And we
class
have to
4
have
road,
that
the state
policy in
must have a
place.
statute on their website. It's easy to get
I
it.
even asked you about donating a load of gravel.
I'm not allowed to do that.
Why not? I pay taxes.
So don't I.
Why can't town
So we don't,
residents?
so on a class
Yeah.
4 road, any class, this is what he's talking about, the policy, is we don't go and put gravel on a class 4 road. That's, and the Cottonwood thing, was that you up on the airport end? Was that you or was that the club?
That was me, just making it safe.
No, yeah, you did a
Well,
job,
think about it, Doreen. You got cars coming over that knob at 70 miles an hour.
right? ATVs know how to stop,
So,
mud's better than rock.
Doreen, we thank you for coming in and we're gonna review this and we will be back in touch.
I hope so.
It's probably gonna take us, I would expect 2 meetings. We have only a meeting every 2 weeks or first and third Monday. So it's probably gonna be 2 meetings before we get the agenda. So maybe it'll be about 3 in the 3rd meeting from now. We'll have something together and, we can discuss it then.
I hope so.
Matt, do you have their phone number?
I got Ernie's phone number. He's the only one I've talked
Well-
to on that road.
John,
I've talked to Ernie several times.
Mariano, his son, they were emailing in, and whatnot, what they would like done with the road. They're with us, same,
I can give you Doreen's.
Yeah.
I have it.
Okay, thank
You
you.
got mine? Yeah, all right. Can I leave
Mine
now?
is 80.
Thank you, Doreen.
Yeah, you can leave.
7096.
233-7096.
Still love you, Dave.
I love you too.
Okay, next up, we've got the approval of minutes from October 17th, 2022. Thanks, folks. Have a good night.
I make a motion, we approve the minutes of Monday, October 17th as written.
I can't, I wasn't there.
Oh,
All those in favor?
right.
Aye.
Okay. Next up is the warrants.
I went through most of them. I checked off all the checks.
Make sure you sign everywhere you need to sign.
I signed everything.
Deb doesn't yell
That's
at
actually
you.
just the refund on the overpayment of the taxes.
Yes, it was
And
the
it
most
was,
expedient way to handle it.
yeah.
And we received a full payment a while back. Is that? Or,
About 2 weeks ago, but they sent the check based on the original. check.
they got the updated bill.
Town garage generators at the
We think.
maintenance.
That's
Are they
crazy, huh?
Doing the
Well,
other, are they doing ours and then the school?
They had done this one the day.
It
I
just
did
kind of
that
speaks to
thing
maybe
together.
their,
Bookkeeping?
I don't know about the school. I don't even
I would
know.
say
if
Can you
that's-
check with D and D
Issues.
about the maintenance on the school?
so they
generator?
hired
I
a
think that's under
new
us.
tax
We're paying for it.
I think that's.
firm out
I'll-
of
do you remember?
Phoenix,
I think so.
Arizona.
I think that's how
nice.
it was
I'll
working.
get you.
And they're the folks that cut the check, that the full volume and sent it, and then I just fired off right to Rutland and said,
What do you need
What
to
do
do?
you have
Just
over?
check it.
Because
The normal
right
maintenance,
now-
I don't know if yearly maintenance gets done on it.
We're
That's
good
always been a
because we haven't
confusing
sent it
thing.
into the state.
Because
Corrected
it's our
it's going
version
into the
shelter.
state,
Yeah.
right?
Correct.
Right, yeah, so we're,
Yeah.
okay, that was the only question,
This
yeah.
would happen
Yeah.
anyway, on the second week of December, we normally do tax credits, so you're gonna get a bunch more.
Yep,
But it just seemed like in this particular case, it's such a significant amount of money that the best way to handle it was just to do it.
Where's Kelly's up to?
Hmm?
$1,000.
Ooh,
Kelly's. Was that for a week or?
it's more than it usually is.
Yeah.
Do you know why Kelly Collins's was more this month?
Where's it fall?
is
Did you
there
have
5
any
weeks?
events?
There was 5 weeks.
Yeah, but it's 1,000, is it? Oh, yeah, that would do
It would be
it.
an extra cleaning.
Yeah, because it's 800 normally. Okay.
There's definitely a lot of extra traffic too.
Yeah. We've had some people.
Republicans Day.
The good people of Coventry.
Well, I'd say party over. Lots of party over.
Yep,
Any
that's what it is,
questions,
5.
Oh, that's right. They had a big party too.
Then there was the fundraising of the weekend.
I was hoping it was like a tea party or bolt. I'm gonna come in and see you strung out.
No, that's tomorrow. She told me earlier. I'll bring in some tea to work. I'll bring.
Did you get a sign for Bones Road?
Yes, I did.
Motion on the
Haven't put
warrants.
it up yet, though.
And
And that address sign is still down on your desk? Or did
I
she
have
come
no
and get
address
it?
signs left.
Did she come and get it then?
Whoever needed to get them, got them.
I told her I'd bring it up, and I
Shannon
never
Bowen's
brought it up.
grandmother came for one.
So you still gonna sign those?
I haven't looked at them all, so I'll let you guys do the.
I make a motion that we approve the warrants.
so,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
I know, I'm just putting them to the side. I'm sorry, that one on that too long. Are we done with unemployment?
We got one just
I
recently.
see there's another one here,
Yeah,
We got one.
although
now.
that looks like a lot less than normal, so that might be the end of it.
we think maybe. I don't know what their current payout run is.
No, that's definitely less than what it's been,
Right.
so I'm
Must be
assuming that's
Westminster
drained the
job,
bank.
Must be even get the Westminster job.
No,
Is it time based or is it amount based?
it's amount, so the bank, it's a bank. You have and a certain amount in that account to be able to take. It's not based on hours. Well, no, it is not based on hours.
so this is for a month.
I doubt it's even a month's worth. compared to what the other ones were?
Yeah, the other ones were a lot more than
Yeah.
a month.
That's probably just,
That's a couple.
that's probably just the last of what he was able to take.
Oh,
What do you have hired?
did he come get his bike?
Or he got hired, yeah.
No, we gave his bike to Dave Barlow. Oh, you did. Nor will I do.
So did you see those ruts I was talking about?
Yeah, those you need to fix, right?
Dave Gallup one.
It is ruddy up there. A low car wouldn't be able to get. Well, you could get,
But
through,
again,
but it is ready. up
When
there.
you go in there, you may have a driveway, okay, and it's a platform, you make your driveway to the first house. Oh, then the neighbor comes in, and he doesn't want to fix your part, but he travels it, and then he fixes it up a little bit so he can
Well, I
get to
guess
the
this
next
is where
house.
I was.
And then you go to the
going.
next house, and this guy doesn't want to fix any of this shit, but he lives up here, and he does from here to here. Then then this guy gets mad, and then nobody fixes
That's
it.
where-
And then how are you doing your?
They need to start a road
The up to
association.
the end.
Yeah.
No, that's what people
They
do.
do.
Start an association, and everybody puts $2,000 a year into the association, and you fix your road. That's kind of how.
No, it's not, it's not a subdivision, they're building on that property.
All right, we need to.
Yeah,
so
executive
read that.
session. I need somebody to read this.
What's this, is this Casella?
Yeah.
I don't know what's in it, and anything going forward, I probably should not be.
Yeah, you probably should excuse yourself, probably. Legal discussion. I move to find that premature general public knowledge regarding the town's legal strategy with certain contract members would clearly place the town at a substantial disadvantage because the select board risks disclosing its negotiation strategy if it's discussed the strategy, if it discusses the strategy in public. I move that we enter into executive session to discuss confidential attorney-client communications made for the purpose of providing professional legal services to the body under the provisions of Title I, Section 313A1F of the Vermont statute.
So moved.
Did talk to him,
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. So this executive session is gonna
Yeah,
include
Carrie and.
Mr. Barlow, myself, Mr. Gallup, and the town
and
administrator.
I need to state that I'm abstaining, but I don't know how that needs to be worded. So I still haven't gotten that answer from him.
Okay, don't forget to stop.
Just I'm stopping it right now. Okay, we're out of executive session, no action taken. Bill, you come back, or? All we need now is a motion to adjourn.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
So moved.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good.
You can stop the recording. All you need to do is just recuse yourself.
That's it.
You don't have to say anything special.